Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. You saw it. Part 3. This is actually episode 3, part 3 of Bill Anderson's 50th anniversary. And in country music, he did everything. I mean, songwriting, performing, hosting, and all that. So funRonni made a gift to the channel for me to do this 90-minute series, which is broken down into 6 segments. So she made the equivalent of 6 gifts to the channel. So thank you for that, Ronnie. And Randall Fryer also, here, I'll show you, sent me these. See this? Oh gosh, about a month and a half ago. The packaging fell apart in transit, Randall, but I have the CDs, and thanks to the internet, these things can be seen, well, I don't know about forever, but for a long time. So let's look at part 3 now of the 50th anniversary celebration of Bill Anderson. Here we go.
I had the distinction of being Conway's harmony singer throughout most of the 80s on most of his records.
Oh, did you?
And I guess it was a kind of a good compliment from him. He says, "You might be the best background singer I've ever had, but you're the most expensive."
You tell him you're worth every penny?
I don't know. Man, he killed that song. Conway killed that song. And T got such a great soulful interpretation. You're one fine singer, brother.
Yeah.
T. Graham Brown.
George, yes, sir?
I don't think anybody has mentioned today that Bill Anderson might have had a lot to do with creating the event formerly known as Fanfare. Bill and I were on the CMA Board of Directors in the late 60s, and I remember a big discussion came up about the disc jockey convention. They used to have a disc jockey convention in the autumn, and several of people were complaining that so many fans and people getting autographs were coming and interfering with the disc jockey convention because the DJs couldn't talk to the artists because the artists were busy getting their picture taken or signing autographs. And Bill said something about, well, have you thought about just having an event for the fans? And then maybe they won't come to the disc jockey convention because they'll have their own event. Well, Bill and I had just been to the Wembley Festival over in England, which we talked about earlier. And we were telling the folks on the board about how at the International Festival of Country Music, they had booths out in the lobby where all the artists could meet and greet the fans and sign autographs. And they had concerts in the arena. The next year, the CMA board went to Wembley and had their meetings there. And the following summer was the first Fanfare. It was an exact copy of the International Festival of Country Music, and Bill Anderson is the one really who started that ball rolling, I think.
Well, you're very kind.
Is that the way you remember it?
Yeah, pretty much. I remember me and you and Hubert Long, who was my manager for many years, and Bud Wendell standing in the stairway at the old Capitol Park Inn downtown near the Municipal Auditorium where the DJ convention was held. And I remember the subject coming up about, why don't we start a convention, for the fans? And I had forgotten the connection with Wembley, but you're right. I remember now that they did go over there. And of course, the whole Fanfare thing was I think it was just an idea whose time had come, and the fact that I was part of the beginning of it was,
Take credit, Bill.
Kind of happened that way.
He doesn't
Don't try to
do
take
that.
any credit for it. Huh?
You don't seem to take credit for a lot of things that you've been instrumental in making happen.
Lots of things, yeah.
Well,
Humility is a good thing. But we know you did it anyway.
And one of the biggest things we had was the softball games. The girls And then the guys, remember
Well,
all
that's
those
right.
games?
Yeah, once
held
we
them
got
at-
fanfare going, we got softball involved, and they
Yes.
still do that. They do a charity softball game now. And
Hey, did you invent the internet?
What did he say? I
He
missed
told
that.
Al Gore about it.
Yep.
Al Gore totally ripped him off.
I'm sorry, I didn't. No.
You a big computer guy?
Heard he invented Connie's.
Yeah, a lady came up to me one night at the Opry. She said, I sure want to thank you for inventing Connie Smith. I said, honey, I didn't invent her. I might have discovered her, but I didn't invent her. Am I a computer guy?
Yeah.
I like to do email, and I write little blogs on my website sometimes, yeah. You?
Nope. No, not much for computer guy.
Not on
Really?
I mean, I don't get on there like, play games and look up all kinds of stuff. If I need to look up something, I call Les Singer, because he's on the computer 30 hours a day.
Well, John Conley's here today to pay tribute to you.
That's awfully nice. John's
That's
one of
a good man.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, he's got a big heart. All the things he's done for our country and sticking up for the farmers, and
Yes.
he's a good man. Another guy that's, we were talking earlier about people that are great interpreters of songs, and he has a great ear for great songs. He
Well,
always
John's
picks
one of
great
those
songwriters.
Yeah, and John is one of those artists too that the minute you hear him, you know exactly who it is, and that's intended as a compliment. 'Cause
And I have
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
that's John Conley.
another confession. You too were a Codaphone recipient.
Oh, right.
Bad impersonation.
Do him. What did you?
Well, I said, hello, everybody. This is old brother John Conley. I'm not in right now. I'm out getting a new pair of rose-colored glasses. Whatever. And it was a friend of mine put him up to calling me one time, and thank God I was home,
I
and
love this.
and I picked up the phone and said hello. And he goes, hey Vince, this is a con man. I just appreciate you being a big fan of old John. You're the biggest. I'm the biggest. But I always loved John because he had one of the guys that knew Guy Clark songs and people that I love and off the beaten path kind of guys. And
That's me.
glad to have you
Well, I
here.
deliberately asked not to be told
What
what was
everybody
going to
was gonna
happen today. John's never recorded one of my songs that I know of, and I cannot imagine which one of my songs he's going to do. I can't wait to hear because I know it'll be good.
Well, John, would you favor?
I'll do it. Absolutely. I
Oh,
can.
you're gonna like this.
I can. Do we have a handheld mic? Thank you so much. My first exposure to Bill on record was, a lot of you know I was, and still am, an undertaker, licensed funeral director.
And he writes prescriptions.
And when I was working at the funeral home in Versailles, Kentucky, they moved me into the funeral home. They gave me a room in the funeral home just so I'd be closer for when the ambulance calls came in and that kind of stuff. What, you don't like that? I mean, that's not a good idea to you? And so one of the first things I bought when I moved into this room was a brand new console phonograph, a Magnavox, a big Magnavox thing with, big giant woofers on it and all this. And I must confess that in those days, I listened to country mostly when I was with my dad, running around the pickup truck and all that. But in those days, in the mid-'60s, I was a big Motown fan. I listened to Motown. Ray Charles, you talked about Ray. Man, Ray was my man. And so that phonograph played more of that than anything else. But my boss, Dorsey Clark, who's still there, he came in one day with a Bill Anderson record. And he wanted to hear it. It still was his favorite song, although I believe this must have been sort of a greatest hits package because there were other hits on it as well. And we played that a lot. But that was my first exposure to Bill Anderson. I never dreamt in those days that I would ever share of the Opry stage with you, and it's hard to believe. Congratulations on 50. I can't believe I've been around for 30 of it. I mean, that just doesn't compute to me, but what an honor to be with you. When they invited me to do this, the song suggestion was a lot of things different. And what a great song. I don't remember where we were, but we were doing a date somewhere together when I first heard you do this song, and it captivated me. It's just one of those captivating songs. I love it, and I'm going to do my best with it. Let's see what happens here. I'd have spent a lot more time out in the pouring rain without an umbrella covering my head. And I'd have stood up to that bully when he pushed and shoved and called me names.
I did this one.
I was too afraid. And I'd have gone on and seen Elvis that night he came to town. But Mama wouldn't let me. And I'd have gone skinny dipping with Jenny Carson that time she dared me to. But I didn't. Oh, I'd have done a lot of things different. I wish I'd have spent more time with my dad when he was still alive. But now I don't have the chance. And I wish I'd have told my brother just how much I loved him before he went off to war. But I just shook his hand. And I wish I'd have gone to church on Sunday mornings when my grandma begged me to. But I was afraid of God. And I wish I would have listened when they said, boy, you're gonna wish you had.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
That's the way it works.
Oh, I'd have done a lot of things different.
All right, these moments where you're looking at Bill Anderson and you know the other folks are hearing John sing this song too. Are they thinking about the contents of this song? And I don't mean the instrumentation. I mean, are they thinking about the meaning of it, like in their own life? I do that when I'm doing reactions where I'm like, what would I do different? Like there's so many, there's a limited amount of time I have to do reactions and get all these thoughts. They need to be relevant to the reaction. But these folks, in some ways, are no different than the way I experience it. They're experiencing it like, you hear these little vignettes. Would I have spent more time with my father? Would I have gone to church? Would I have told someone I loved him instead of just bro hugging or shaking hand or whatever it would be? Is Bill thinking that? Because he wrote the song. He knows the song. So I just wonder what goes on inside his mind or the other folks' mind in the audience who are hearing John sing it face to face.
People say they wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Even if they could. Oh, but I would.
Me too.
There was this red dress she wanted one time so bad she could taste it. I should have bought it, but I didn't. And she wanted to paint our bedroom yellow and trim it in blues and greens. And I wouldn't let her. Wouldn't have hurt nothing.
Oh, Bill knows it, of course.
Oh, and she loved to be held and kissed and touched. And I didn't do it. Not nearly enough. And if I'd have known that was going to be our last dance, I'd have told that band to play on and on, on and on and on. I'd have done a lot of things different.
What a voice and what a song.
People say they wouldn't change a thing, even if they could. Oh, but I would. Yes, I'd do a lot of things different. Oh, I'd have done a lot of things different.
What a voice, that talk singing voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
The guy that produced Kenny Chesney's hit record of that was Buddy Cannon.
I know.
Yes, I did.
All right,
was
Bud.
lucky enough to have been the producer on that great song, but it could not have been interpreted better than John
That was
Conway.
wonderful, John. It really was.
Thank you.
I didn't know Buddy produced. I thought he just wrote and sang.
Amen. 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 That was.
Thank
it
you.
was worth the
People
whole
ask
day.
you all the time when you write songs, they ask you what your favorite song is. You get that a lot, I bet.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song you've ever written? What do you say? Do you have a song?
Either the last one or the next one.
Well, I say that a lot too. But truthfully, I have probably two favorites among the songs I've ever written. One is early in my career, which was Mama Sang a Song, which was very close to me personally. And then I think as you get older, maybe you look at things a little different, and a lot of things different is probably when he got to the line about my daddy, his pictures there.
Me too. I just lost mine within the last year and a half, so I can relate. I relate to that too, Bill.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, with this whole room echoes what Buddy just said. That was like when Don Helms played the steel guitar that night. We were doing one of these
Yeah.
for me too. So, thanks.
All right, before they get to going again now, that's a good place to stop right there. I got my question answered. What are you thinking? Well, he was thinking, one, that's his favorite song, but he was thinking about his dad. That one line in the song, and that's just it. You think, okay, they're analyzing the song, like, who are the people who are there? They're in the profession. They're top shelf folks, household names. They're experiencing these songs the same way we do. Heck, Bill wrote that song, and that one line is resonating. I guess that makes sense too, about his dad, and John Conley had just lost his, and you could hear Vince's voice crack when he was talking about Don Helms. At least I thought that's what I thought I heard. So, all right, folks, if you're crying right now, you can thank funRonni for that. It's hard to cry. Ronnie knows this because we emailed each other a little bit, or it was in the comments. And at the end of the last of part 2, the prior episode at the end, I had to edit the heck out of it because I could not talk. I was trying, and to that effect, I even said that, guys, I'm going to go because I can't really talk right now. But what you didn't see is I had to edit out like a minute and a half because I legit could not talk. Or I was just too choked up because of the song that had been sung. T. Graham Brown had sung it. So anyway, now we know what Bill was thinking. All right, guys. I hope you're doing all right out there. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next episode, and keep rocking the country.
And I'd have gone skinny dipping with Jenny Carson that time she dared me to, but I didn't. Oh, I'd have done a lot of things different.